Okay, here we are with the chapter of evaluating, committing, and performing a pre-shot routine. A routine is something that you go through each and every golf shot to help you go in and out of focus. When you're playing around a golf, it's typically going to take you anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. And when you're out for that long a period of time, it's very difficult to concentrate that entire amount of time. So what we'd like to do is have what's called a pre-shot routine to help us go into focus, and then once we're done with a shot, it helps us go out of focus. So we have a predetermined time that we're actually focusing and thinking about the golf shot that we're hitting, and then when we're not actually in the act of performing a golf shot, we enjoy the downtime that we have. So we're enjoying the nature that you're looking at, the weather, the friendship that you have, or just the peace and time that you have while you're alone. But that pre-shot routine helps us go in and out. What we'd like to do is have something called a trigger to help us determine when that pre-shot routine begins. That trigger can be anything from a tap of the foot with your club, a tip of your hat, a tap of your hip. I choose to use a deep breath. That's one thing that makes it a lot easier for me to monitor my breathing. When you take a deep breath, you can see whether you're tense or not tense. Have a little wiggle of your shoulders, a nice deep breath from the deep down in your diaphragm, and then blow it out slowly, so you in through your nose and out through your mouth. It helps you really relax, get some oxygen in your blood, so that you have a chance to make a nice free and flowing golf swing without a lot of jerky and tense motions. So a deep breath is my trigger. You choose to use whatever feels comfortable for you. Once again, that trigger helps us go in and out of concentration, and then when we're outside of that concentration, we can enjoy our surroundings. Also, if you're approaching your ball or over your golf shot and you have any negative thoughts or anything disturbs you, it could be someone accidentally speaking or a noise, then you always have a point at which you can go back to and start over so that you can refocus your efforts and go through with a committed attempt at the golf shot you're trying to play. So the first thing we're going to always do is evaluate the golf shot, determine what it is, and we're going to commit 100% to that golf shot. If there's any doubt whatsoever, you need to start over and figure out what you need to do, whether it is a 6-iron instead of a 7-iron, or a 7-iron instead of a 6-iron, or that you're going to hit a cut shot instead of a draw. Whatever it may be, you need to be 100% committed to that golf shot that you're going to choose to play. And if at any time you have any doubt or something disturbs you, always go back, start over, and make sure you're 100% committed. This also goes especially with putts. When you have a breaking putt, you want to make sure you're committed to the line you've chosen, whether it's the correct one or not. You commit to that line, give it 100% of your effort, and then at the end of the shot you can evaluate and say, well, I chose the correct one or not. So we're going to start with that trigger. Mine's going to be the deep breath. What that does is once again give you an opportunity to be aware of your breathing and your tension level. When you approach a golf ball, I'm going to start behind the golf ball in line in the direction in which I'd like for the ball to start on. If it's a curving shot, or say a chip or a pitch, I'm going to start on the line in which it needs to start on. Not directly behind me to the ball to the hole, or from me to the ball of the hole, but on the line in which I need to start it on. If I'm going to play a cut shot, I'm going to approach it on the line that I want to start the golf ball on. If I'm going to play a draw, I'm going to approach it on the line in which I want the ball to start on, not directly where it's going to end up unless you're hitting a straight shot. So we're coming about 3 paces behind. 3 paces behind gives us plenty of room to see and visualize what we'd like to do. And it also makes it a short enough time to the golf ball so that we don't have a lot of time for things to interrupt or things to distract us or for negative thoughts to creep into our mind. So here we are about 3 paces behind. You can approach the ball in one of 3 ways. One with the golf club just in your left hand. Take that off. One with just your left hand. One with just your right hand. Like so, or one with both hands on. I choose to use both, but that's just a preference of mine. You can choose to do whichever you like to do. So we're behind the ball 3 paces. We have approached or decided what we're going to hit our shot. We're going to totally commit to what we've chosen to do. We're going to start our trigger, whatever it may be, and we can approach our golf ball, and we always want to do what is called aiming the club face first. So put your back foot approximately where it should be in what's called, I think, the southeast quadrant. If that's north, back here is south, over here is east, and you're in west, we want to start from the southeast quadrant, not directly on the south, and certainly not from southwest, but from southeast. Place our right foot or our back foot where it should be. Your left-handers would be going from the southwest, going that way, but we're talking about right-handed players at this moment. Left to right and flip it around if you are left-handed. Aim that club face first. Right foot's approximately where it should be. Then we're going to swivel our left foot in and aim ourselves to the club face. It's much easier to align yourself perpendicular to the club face looking this way because our eyes are designed to work in this direction, not out to the side. So when we aim and we step back here a little bit more behind in the southeast quadrant, that allows us to look more down the target line rather than trying to aim out of the side of your eyes. So from back here, we're aiming that club face. We're going to swivel in and make sure that we're perpendicular to our club face. Once we get in position, we'd like to have what's called a waggle, which is movement around. Your feet are dancing around just a little bit. Just a little weight transfer right to left just to get a feel. Your club's moving slightly. And our waggle is what's going to help determine the pace of our swing. If we go in with a really quick waggle, we're going to tend to swing quickly. If we go with a nice, smooth, rhythmical waggle, you'll have an opportunity to move with a nice rhythmical motion. So we've approached our ball, we've aimed that club face first, we've set up to the club face, we've got a nice waggle going, and then we're going to make our golf swing once we're committed and ready, up to a balanced finish position, and that's when our routine is over. That routine should take anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds. It's not necessary to do it any longer. A little shorter would be maybe not quite giving you enough time to get prepared and committed to the shot. Anything longer gives us too much time to have negative thoughts come in, too much thinking going on. So we'd like to move with a purpose. 15 to 20 seconds is ample time to make that whole routine go. So we're going to start from behind the ball, visualize our shot, commit to our shot, approach the ball from the southeast quadrant, back foot's where it approximately should be, aim that club face first, swivel in, make sure we're nice and square to that club face, a little waggle going on, back and through up to a balanced finish position, and then we're done. So let's take a look at what that would look like from the back side and try and make sure that you do this routine no matter what the situation, no matter what the hole, no matter what the score you're playing for. If you're shooting for a double bogey or an eagle, it doesn't matter. Go through your routine, commit to your golf shot, do the best you can on each golf shot. At the end of that shot, enjoy your surroundings, enjoy the weather, enjoy your friends, and have a great time. And once again, let's take a look at that from the back side rather than just front on. Thank you for watching this.